Atención, Wilson Manyoma, Borbona.
Ooh. I never get sick of that beat. Never.
Never, ever.
That's it. Masters and None, episode 59. Guys, we are back live. It is Monday night. It is 7:43 p.m. And we're just happy to be here.
Yes, Masters and None, episode 58.
Is that what did I say?
I have no idea.
I said 59, I think.
I only said 58, Masters and None, episode 58, because I wasn't sure if you had said it or not, because I was writing down.
It's 59. Isn't it?
No.
Damn, 58. Okay,
58.
I'm a little ahead of myself.
Did you say 59?
I don't know what I said, but let's fix it right now. It's episode 58. Take two.
Masters and None, episode 58, 58. There's not a big difference between 58 and 59, though.
No, there's not. It's one step closer to 60, though.
That's a fact. Listen, we'll be at 59 this Thursday. If you guys want to really find out how 59 goes, tune in this Thursday.
That's
same
right.
Time.
Goddamn right. Same time, same place. Same place. But, yeah, man, we're just happy to be here live on Twitch, live on YouTube. And I just want to start this real quick just by saying I'm sick and tired of these rap chicks that all look the same. I can't tell them apart. There's a new rap chick every single day, and I think it's the one I seen yesterday.
Bro, I don't know any rap. The only rap chicks I know is Nicki Minaj and Meg Thee Stallion. And Meg Thee Stallion, I probably wouldn't even have known her if Tory didn't shoot her.
Yeah, I only know her because she walks with a limp. That's the only reason why I can tell her apart. You know what I'm saying? But nah, for real though. It's
Dude,
weird.
That's like the rapper starter pack.
It's so weird though, because I feel like every day Nicki Minaj and Cardi B start looking more similar.
Oh yeah, I forgot Cardi B. How dare me disrespect?
They're both playing with they're playing with their faces too much, but they're starting to kind of bleed together. I'm like, what's happening here? There's almost like it's its own like there's like a surgical ethnicity at this point. Like when you look at Instagram, the girls that all get the same surgical procedures, they just like, you look on Instagram, there's like an Instagram race. There's like an Instagram like genetic makeup at this point. Well, not genetic, but very similar features. Like girls on Instagram, they all got the same lips. They got the same like waist and like the weird bubble going on. I'm like, the surgery is like changing the game right now.
Shout out to Twiz in the chat. It really is like dude, they all look. It's like when all the girls were looking like, and still do kind of look like the Kardashians. Like they all get that like same body type and like similar like facial structure or whatever they got to do. I don't know, and I don't even know who they're doing it for. They're doing it for themselves, because I don't got a lot of friends, but all the friends I got, none of them are like, I want that. I know a lot of guys that like super thick girls, but I don't know any of them that want like that weird like Botox, like huge lips, like you look like you got a deformity. It doesn't look like you got a deformity. Some women have a deformity and they hit jackpot. Like they got a deformity that gives them a really round big ass, you know?
Yeah.
But some like
you're like, still, that's not genetically ideal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you'd be running very slowly away from predators.
Yeah, but it's 2021 and I like that shit. So I'll take it. But there's this other side of that where people do it intentionally and they put all this shit in their face, and they just look wild. I don't understand it. I don't understand it simply because I don't know who the motherfuckers are that are like, yeah, I would fuck you. I just wish you looked like this, and then showed them a picture of like
a weird like Bratz doll.
No, they showed him a picture of Walter Mercado or something. Like who's shopping around with a picture of Walter Mercado, and he's saying like, we're the girls that look like this.
The ones that look like, that have the same surgery, same makeup. It's very strange. I don't know.
It's interesting.
I just needed to open this up with like, stop messing with your face, because I'm starting to not be able to tell you apart.
We were just talking about this before we even started, about how we both just prefer like a natural look.
Yeah, we just prefer a natural look, natural bodies. Like, I don't want a hard man-made figure. Yeah, no thanks. Keep that. You can keep that. But I digress. So
I didn't know we were going to talk about that. That's funny.
I didn't know either. Sometimes shit just comes up. Shit just happens, you know? I was just on Instagram and I seen this rapper. I'm like, oh, I know this person. I'm like, no, I don't.
The men all look alike too.
Yeah. There's the SoundCloud genetics.
Yeah. Face
you know?
tat, dreads.
Face tat, colored dreads. You know, the weirder the dread, the better. Like if you can make a spiral dreadlock come out of the center of your face, you will have a #1 record.
Did you see those two dudes from Florida, Fly Soldier and Kodiak Red, aka Island Boys?
I definitely did.
Oh my God.
That's I don't know. I have no words. Again, these people are going viral because of how they look so strange.
They don't look straight. They look dumb. Let's keep it a stack. Those guys don't look cool.
Yeah.
Nobody looks like you know what? I can't even say that. I was going to say nobody looks at them and is like, I want to look like that, because some people, oddly enough, do look at them and say like, I want to look like that.
Bro,
those dudes have the worst fucking tattoos I've ever seen in my life.
So viral. They went so viral because of their appearance. People were dressing like them for Halloween.
Yeah.
Did you see that? There were people with Halloween costumes.
Yeah. I'm ashamed to say I knew them before that video. I've known them like significantly longer than like just this video.
Adam 22 had him on, but that was
had
more
them
recent,
on, but
right?
it was recently, yeah. But they blew up before. One of them got kidnapped, and they were fair enough. I didn't even know there was two of them motherfuckers for a long time. I've known that they existed since like not as early as like XXX, but like maybe like right like after Juice WRLD passed.
Okay.
Like maybe around then, which isn't that long ago. But anyways, doesn't matter. I thought there was only one of them. No,
it is two.
And then later on, I realized, oh, there's two of these motherfuckers.
Yeah. The Lord blessed us with two of those,
bro. Oh my God! It's if anybody ever wants to like listen to something dumb, go watch their interview and like just listen to how these guys speak. It's
for real,
funny.
man. I don't, watch it for a very short amount of time.
Yeah, I don't want to.
It concerns me when if you watch that for too long, it's probably not good for you. You should probably look away.
Island Boys boo that live. I believe it, bro. They're from Florida too. They just don't. It's like unbelievable. It should be like insulting. They're not even like their family. They're from Florida, but I think their family's like Cuban or something like that. But they got this weird fake Jamaican accent in this like freestyle.
Which is so strange. I'm like, I don't even know how people are just letting that. I don't know,
dude. The Nelk Boys.
They both look like Sideshow Bob. You ever watch The Simpsons?
Yeah, they do. They both look like Sideshow Bob.
They both look like Sideshow Bob. Huh?
That's the most. If cultural appropriation exists, like that's what should be like. They should be like the poster child.
Yeah, man, they're completely emulating Simpson characters, like 100%. They absolutely both need to be. Krusty Clown would be so pissed.
That's exactly what I meant. Can we talk about? Did you buy anything for Black Friday?
I really tried to, but Black Friday fucking sucked this year.
Was this not the fucking worst Black Friday?
It was.
I was getting hit with emails for like 5% off, 10% off. Listen, I'm gonna tell it. If anybody's selling anything and you're listening up about what you should do about Black Friday, if it's not like mind-blowingly inexpensive,
I need at least 40%, or you're not Black Friday certified.
It needs to be something that I can't afford to give up. Like I can't give this up. It's too good of a deal.
Yeah, like it needs to be like Restaurant Week. Like it needs to be priced in a way that's going to entice me to buy something, even though I know that me buying that is irresponsible.
Exactly.
Like you need to make me go against my typical logic in order to spend this money. Like, and the way you do that is by offering me some shit that is astronomical. Give me 40%, give me 50%, give me buy one, get one free. Don't give me buy one, get one 30% off. Nope. That's some regular ass Kmart sale.
Nah, bro.
I don't want nothing to do with that. I need the real, the Black Friday real.
Dude, I want it to be like, just like you said, I don't need this, but I have to buy it because the deals are. I can't possibly think that they thought that people needed new TVs. You've been giving out these crazy TV deals all these years, and then this year you give me these bullshit ass TV deals. Yeah, and like you expect people to buy them shits.
I'm sure they're like, oh, it's the pandemic. We're trying to recover. Like, listen, you're trying to recover from the pandemic, but guess what? The pandemic left a bunch of people out of work, and they still trying to have a Christmas. So the way you would have stimulated sales was by continuing the Black Friday tradition, because that would have allowed people that haven't been able to work to actually provide some kind of gifts and some kind of Christmas. Now it's just
give shit away, bro.
It's crazy right now, bro.
Shopping is like really is down a lot right now. Like even at like the Amazon warehouses, they're hiring less holiday staff.
People have less money.
I wonder if it's that people have less money.
Or less people have money, I should say. You know that in October, over 4 million Americans quit their jobs?
That's a lot of fucking people.
In October. And that wasn't even like the largest influx, I don't think, of the largest group of people in one shot. Like that's a lot of people leaving work. A lot. I know that, I can't even lie, man. Black Friday, I'm the worst, but I just go and buy shit for myself.
It's
terrible.
Listen, first of all, my birthday's in December. I'm not buying anybody a gift before I get my gift.
What do you want for your birthday, yo?
I'll tell you the same thing I told Mark.
What do you want for your birthday?
You know what's so funny now?
Everybody down in the chat, get in these comments and let me know what Berto should get for his birthday.
I think I was just about to say something wild and inappropriate. My girl was so mad. You guys could guess. I think when you get to a certain age, like gifts are kind of like, I'm not waiting for my birthday to ask for something.
Yeah. And
not because I'm a baller, but I just go buy that shit. And everybody should be that way. Like if there's something that you want, you should just work towards it and get it.
Yeah. I feel the same way. Like you're not.
When you're a kid, you wait around till Christmas because you ain't got a job and shit like that. I get it 100%.
Yeah,
it
that's
makes
true.
Perfect sense.
Yeah.
As an adult, like it shouldn't be too easy to get you something.
Yeah. Yo, bro, you can like get yourself those J's. Like if you can get yourself those J's, probably had something a little more necessary to ask for Christmas. Like, yo, get me this like crave case at fucking White Castle because the motherfucker's hungry over here. Like
crave case, get that motherfucker a CD.
Yeah, facts, y'all.
Get him a fucking bank account.
Right.
Put some pay a cell phone bill for him 1 month. That's what you should. But no, I honestly I don't know.
And it's Cyber Monday right now.
It's Cyber Monday. There's people tell us what you bought.
Listen, guys, we want to let you guys know that we have a Cyber Monday sale. It's going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
And what we're doing is just have that like button right down there for free. All you got to do is just tap it, and it's free.
It's free.
Hit that subscription button, and it's free. Mm-hmm. Hit that notification bell, and it's free. We're doing a 3-for-1 sale.
Mm-hmm.
Hit all them shits.
Blowout. After 8 p.m., you could go to our Spotify and follow us there, too. Don't tell anybody I said that because we're not supposed to be announcing until after this episode. But after 8, you can follow us on Spotify for free as well.
Correct. A little Cyber Monday sale and a little shameless plug.
Yeah, but don't follow us on Twitch. Anyways, fucking Cyber Monday, Black Friday, they all. It
was trash. Suck. Very disappointing. We were even looking at stuff to get for the podcast.
We were trying to get shit for the podcast, and there was just like no good deals. There was not a single deal that was like I have to buy this because everything is like $10 off, motherfucker. I could wait.
Yeah, like, exactly. $10 off is crazy. Now. Like I was looking at capture cards. I was even looking at refurbished shit. I was like, guys, give me a little bit here. It's like you said, like $8. I'll just wait. Prices fluctuate $8 on Amazon every day.
I'm not buying that because I'm off $8. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
I'm not buying. But if it's like, it's unbelievable, man. It's just not. It is what it is, but there's just not good sales out there this year. And it wasn't anything crazy. I want the $4 toaster. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened to the real big sales?
Anyway, we got to ask these people down here. Anybody down there, just put down in the comments if you were able to get yourself a good sale because please put me on.
I hope people found some good sales. Did you see Mr. Beast played did his own version of the Squid Games? It was like the same game. It was like all the same games except for the last game.
I did not. I didn't see it at all, man. And I know it's like viral as hell. Like he got more views than the show did.
Well, he did 111 views. I'm sorry, I'm lying. He did 103 views.
103 million?
103 million views in 4 days. The show did 111 in 30 days.
Wow.
Now, given also the movie took multiple years to make. I think that his thing was made in a week, 7 days, 8 days, something like that.
Actually, something just occurred to me. YouTube is free. Netflix is behind a paywall.
Netflix is behind a paywall. He's riding off the popularity of that Squid Games already exists, and now people are just interested in watching the combination of the Squid Games already existing and his platform.
True.
He's giving away money It's what he's known for.
Yeah.
So it's like those things combined. I don't think it's like a testament to say like that. I think it's a testament to show that how much exposure content gets when it's not behind a paywall.
Yeah, and it introduces a younger demographic.
Yeah, but I don't think it means that like his version was better than the movie.
Yeah. I would like to see the age demographic on those views. I want to see, because I feel like most young kids were probably not allowed to watch that by their parents.
What, the Mr. Beast one?
No, the original Squid Game.
Oh, yeah, probably.
So all the hype, that doesn't mean they're not hearing about it. That doesn't mean they're going and they're not trying to seek out information about it. So now here comes because Mr. Beast is like G-rated.
Yeah.
He's for like kids.
Yeah.
So now out comes a G-rated version of Squid Game. So now you have this entire young demographic with all the time in the world and endless access to YouTube for hours. Now they're getting to see their version of Squid Game.
Yeah.
That shit is ingenious.
I didn't even think about that.
That guy's a genius, man. He's got an entire like production team at this point, but
he's the biggest dude on YouTube.
It's so crazy. Was he around as long as the other guys? Like as long as like the big ones like PewDiePie and all that stuff?
I don't know if he's been around as long as PewDiePie. I know he's been around as long as like the big guys, like the people like the OGs, like Philip DeFranco.
Yeah.
I know he's been around. He's like the sweet baby Jesus of YouTube.
That is so crazy, man. And he's just super positive. All he does is, philanthropy and charity.
The guy's got.
Oh, shout out George in the chat.
Dude's got 81 million subscribers.
81 million is ridiculous.
How ridiculous is that? And guess what? Now his videos had 116 million views. So it's already been seen more than Squid Games. It did more in 5 days than Squid Games did in 30.
Wow.
It's and it's 25 minutes. But yeah, Mr. Beast does a lot of cool shit.
I just said what's up, fool. My man George is saying he's saying pay attention to the chat. That's how
There's a delay.
He said pretend you care about your audience.
There's a delay. Just in case somebody says something crazy, we can fucking pull the plug.
Yeah, man, there is a delay before we get to see what was actually written.
Yeah, that's actually interesting because we never spoken about that. I don't think anybody knows. Well, I don't know if anybody knows, but if you're in the chat and you ever say anything and you feel like it's taking us a while to get to you, it's simply because we have like a 30-some-odd second delay.
He just gave me an idea.
What's your idea?
Just gave me an idea, George.
Did you want to ask him about what he possibly purchased on Black Friday?
He's actually a big tech head too. So we should ask him.
If you just got here, we were just talking about the fact that there was just no good deals on Black Friday. If you guys got any good deals, throw it down in the chat. Let us know what you bought. Harry Potter.
Oh, I asked him to bring up Harry Potter because I'm going to tell you guys right now, me and my girl are in a goddamn vortex of watching Harry Potter.
Yeah.
We just watched the first 4 Harry Potters in like 4 days, 4 or 5 days.
They're good, right?
They're goddamn good, man. I'm so pissed I'm not a fucking wizard. I know I'm a wizard. I'm definitely a wizard. I'm definitely a fucking wizard.
Yeah.
So look at my hat.
What set would you think you'd
I'm
be
a
with?
fucking what?
Which one of the sets you think you'd be down
Oh,
with?
bro, me and my girl took the test online.
Oh, wait, what are you?
Yeah, I'm fucking Slytherin,
I
B.
knew you were Slytherin, bro. I fucking swear. I should have said it before. I knew it.
I'm Slytherin, bro.
What's your girl come out?
Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff? That's all right.
She's sweet, yo.
That's nice.
You know what I mean? She's sweet and shit, yo. But that shit is so good, man.
The
It's
world
so
of
good.
Harry Potter's like, didn't she just recently get into some shit, the person who wrote that book?
Yeah, J.K. Rowling.
What's going on? What was
They
that
tried
about?
to cancel her because she said like women are a real thing.
What?
Yeah, something ridiculous like that. She was like, women exist, and they were like, it got like super weird. She said something, I don't remember exactly what it was. She said some kind of quote that upset the wrong people.
Whatever.
And she got into a lot of shit for it. So it was just like, I was like, oh shit, man.
It's funny because me and my chick did that over the summer. We did the same thing, the Harry Potter marathon. We didn't do the test though, so I don't know which school or sect I would belong to. We did the same thing with Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean. That shit is another great movie series. I definitely recommend that.
Yeah.
I absolutely recommend that shit.
I'm excited about Dune because I think Dune's going to be like that. I think Dune's going to be like a series of movies that are just like people are waiting for to come out. Similar to the fucking show on Netflix that's coming out soon that everybody loves, Ozark.
I have no words to describe Ozark. Ozark is goddamn amazing. Every time I think about Ozark, I just start getting hyped up. And then I just wait and nothing comes out. And I wait and nothing comes out. And then finally, goddamn it, here we go. You know, I'm just overall excited for it. That's it.
When's the new season come out?
I think it's coming out in, I want to say like February.
It's not
or something
coming
like
out.
that.
It's what is this? There's something else that's coming out on Netflix that's one of the big shows that was supposed to drop soon.
Nah, Ozark is coming out. It's coming back.
2022. I thought it was something this year that was I don't know. I thought something new was coming out this year.
I don't know. On HBO?
No, on Netflix.
On Netflix?
Yeah. I know that fucking Halle Berry movie came out. I wasn't really into it.
I don't know. I was wondering why she was at the UFC weigh-ins a couple weeks ago. She was there.
Yeah.
She was doing
right.
like the face-offs
Yeah.
between the female fighters. And I'm like, why the hell is Halle Berry here? I know every now and then Dana White asks her like what she thinks about the fights, which I'm like, who the hell cares? But then I'm like, wait a minute. He's Dana White. She's in the UFC. Guy's letting Halle Berry give her opinion on fights.
Yeah.
Go for it. You know what I mean? Like, do what you got to do. So it was just weird to me. And then this weird movie comes out where she's like, I don't know. I didn't watch it, but
I watched it last night.
I highly doubt that Halle Berry is going to convince me that she's an MMA fighter.
There's real MMA fighters in the movie.
Of course there are.
But it's like, you could just tell it's like scripted, kind of like, you can just tell like when you see people like do like transitions like on the mat, what looks like something that somebody's like practicing versus what looks like when somebody like caught somebody in a bad position or somebody just flowing on somebody else. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just different. It wasn't, I didn't like it. I didn't really like the movie. I thought it was like really dark and just depressing. Like, I don't like shit like that. Like, it just wasn't my kind of movie. It was good for what it was. It was like a drama, but it was just too dramatic for me. It was just like fucking kids involved in it and her fucking, bad fucking MMA career. It was just fucking depressing. I was like, and the movie's like shot fucking dark. So the whole fucking movie just makes you want to walk out and fucking lay in the fucking tub with the toaster. It was fucking terrible.
Jesus. Yo, my man, so George is saying Apple TV has some sleepers too. And Kevin Hart's True Story is crazy. 7 episodes, #1 on Netflix.
I've been wanting to watch that. I seen that. And Halle Berry's movie's #2. And somebody had been talking to my girl about how amazing the Halle Berry movie was. And that's why we ended up watching that over the Kevin Hart. But I want to watch that Kevin Hart shit.
I haven't seen the Kevin Hart. I know that Apple TV, you know how I feel about Apple TV.
Yeah.
Apple TV has some shit. I say that probably one of the first things you should watch if you get Apple TV is what? C. I want to know what you think of that, George. You watch that show C? Because C is fire.
While we wait for the response in the chat, did you know the one good Black Friday deal? I'm going to tell you what it is right now because I just thought of it. I just remembered it, actually.
What's that?
Hulu is only $1 a month on Black Friday, so you get the whole year for $12.
Holy shit. I should cancel mine and... or is
I
it
don't
for
know if
first
the
time?
deal is still going on. I don't know. I know it's a fucking fit. First time, what do you got? One email address? It's tied to your social? Come on, man. You got to get creative. You got to get creative. I can't spell it out for you, you know what I'm saying? But listen,
you're right.
Hulu was I seen the ad. Unless it was like some bullshit. The ad said it was $12 for the whole year, $1 a month. Hell of a fucking deal. I tell you right now, I fucking hate Hulu. I think it sucks. I think anything with commercials is fucking worse than communism.
Well, it doesn't have commercials if you pay for it. It has commercials if you have Hulu through Spotify.
No. There's two. Well, there's also 2 Hulu subscriptions. There's like the $7.99 and there's like that $12.99 one. There's like 2 different versions you get with or without ads.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. I didn't know that they do that.
Yeah, I had it for a while, but I couldn't find enough like stuff on there, and then I downgraded to the one with ads, and I tried to watch something on there, and it's just like, I think that we don't. ads take up so much time. Like they design that shit fucking mathematically and scientifically so that you don't fucking realize it. But there's a reason why when you look at a show and you watch it online, it's only 22 minutes, but it takes a half an hour of television. That means it's 8 minutes of fucking advertisement. That's almost fucking, that's like 30%, bro. A third of the time you think you're enjoying entertainment, you're being fucking force-fed, scientific fucking brainwash fucking pictures.
Yeah, well, that's what they do. Same thing they're doing to us on the internet. I mean, pick your poison.
Yeah, but at least on the internet you could do like ad blockers and stuff like that. We were talking about that earlier.
But they're just advertising in a different way. You're blocking the ads, but they're just feeding you videos. They're feeding you videos and suggesting content and shit.
Yeah,
so. Either way.
At least that's behind the scene, you know what I'm saying?
They're just playing you like a fucking stupid ass, and really, because like
they're pissing on my back and telling me it's raining outside.
That's it. I'm pissing down your leg, bro. It's raining, bro. Sorry, man. But that's like what it is. So he's saying
Hulu should be free because it's trash. 100%. Hulu is just not good. It's just not. I mean, people tell me there's good shows on there, but I was so turned off by the fucking commercials, bro.
Yeah, no, the commercials do suck. But Handmaid's Tale is reason enough to sit through a couple commercials. I mean, I don't know if you really watched it. I don't think you did. But
Handmaid's Tale?
Yeah.
I was never committed to it, but I did see a couple episodes of it.
Handmaid's Tale is goddamn good, bro.
The thing is, dude, there's television on kids. There's commercials on kids' TV. My daughter will watch like a YouTuber that like does like these toy reviews, and she'll point at the TV. She's 2.5 years old, and she'll point at the TV like, "I want that, want that, want that, want that." Like they're opening up toys and shit like that.
She's being conditioned, man.
I know.
She's being conditioned. It's inevitable, and anywhere, especially America. Like you're not gonna get away from that. It's unfortunate, but it's
sorry I get into this fucking. I feel so passionate about commercials.
Well, you have kids now.
It's just like it's mind boggling when you think about it. Like, listen, I can only imagine what the ratio is on the fucking on the radio. I can only imagine.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
If you listen to an hour every day of the radio on your way home. Like,
you're listening to 40 minutes of commercials. You get 20 minutes of music.
Dude.
It's unbelievable.
It's so bad on radio. You can go from station to station to station traveling for a while.
You may not get a song before you get to work. You may not get a goddamn full song.
Dude, I end up giving up sometimes. When I used to fucking drive to work, I used to be going through radio stations. This is when I used to listen to the radio because I gave up listening to the radio because it's dumb. First of all, they play the same exact songs over and over and over.
Yes, they do.
You get no exposure to any different kind of music, new music, music that's like outside of like norm or even outside of like mainstream. You get no exposure to that shit, and you get fed fucking ads all day. So there's no reason to listen to the radio. But when I used to listen to the radio, I remember going from there's 6 preset radio stations in your car. I would hit every single one like multiple times and just there's not a single song playing. No. Until I just give up and I'm just like, okay, which one do I think is going to come up with music sooner? Fuck it. Let's play Hot 97.
And it ends up making you listen to a song you don't even like just because it's better than commercials on every other station. You'll just end up putting something on, you're like, oh my God, like Jesus Christ, like fucking Hotel California again.
It's funny because in my mind I'm thinking Stairway to Heaven. I was like, oh God, again.
Don't get me wrong, I love Hotel California. I'll put that shit on anytime it's on. I'll leave that shit on.
Yeah, but when I'm driving and I'm feeling aggressive, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to work.
Yeah. If I'm trying to be late to work, I'll put on Hotel California.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I'm trying to get there early and get a good parking spot, I'll put some DMX on it.
Isn't it funny how music can completely change like the way you feel? Like when you're in the car, like that shit will make you fucking speed.
Bro, it really does make you feel that way.
Yeah, you put some DMX on.
You could probably get out of a ticket. Like if you got pulled over and they're like, you were speeding, like, why are you speeding? Why are you in a rush? Be like, holy shit, I didn't even know I was speeding. I was listening to MOP. I was like, like, kidnapped, just swerving lane to lane and shit. And he'd probably be like, yeah, some real shit.
Slow down.
You go. Here's a warning. Take your shit back. Have a nice day.
It's funny because when you started that, I thought like, while you get pulled over, you still got the music bumping, like you're bumping Wu-Tang, and you thought the cop was just going to come to the window and start bopping with you. Yeah. Like that's in my head when you said,
but instead he was like, let me see your hands. Breaks the window. That's really how that goes down.
Yeah, definitely don't be bumping Wu-Tang when
Yeah,
you get
yeah.
pulled over. It's a bad idea. Roll your windows down, my guy.
Right? Jesus.
I seen this chick on Reddit today crying. Like crying tears, real tears, bro. Like sad, bro. Because her parents got her an Android phone for her birthday.
Yo, to be honest with you, bro. To be honest with you, bro.
You would cry too?
I feel her. I feel her 100%.
That shit is
I feel
so
100%.
fucking funny. How we have like this, kids are like pre-programmed to think like you're just like inferior if you have this other fucking phone.
Yeah,
It's
man.
like, oh, my friends, I get it.
It's just that, again, it's the conditioning.
Yeah, it's not foreign because when we were kids, if you had a sidekick and you had aim, it was the same thing. But I think the difference is like my generation, like we weren't crying about it. Like we're parents, just if you couldn't get it, you didn't have it, you didn't have it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I remember that's exactly how it was. If you didn't have the new kicks, you didn't have them. Somebody'd be like, oh, man, I got these kicks.
You wanted them, but you weren't crying if you didn't. You weren't like,
Yeah.
Shedding tears. Did you have a sidekick?
No.
I didn't have no
We talked
fucking
about that. I didn't
sidekick,
have
yeah.
no sidekick. I didn't have no
me
Nextel. I didn't have any of that.
No, nothing.
I had none of that.
You had the chocolate, right?
Yeah, I had the chocolate. I had the chocolate and I had the Voyager for a little while.
And you had to get your own job. Like those are the ones you got on your own.
Yeah, for real,
Like,
bro.
yeah.
Those are the ones I had on my own. God damn it, man. Well, my parents always like, I mean, I wasn't getting to the Verizon store and, you know what I mean, and have my own plan and shit.
Yeah.
I just like was on their plan and shit. Like it's.
How long were you on your parents' plan for? What do you think is like an acceptable? Like, do you think that's something that?
Nah,
like,
you know what's funny?
you're still on it, and I don't. And I
Nah,
don't
I'm
care.
the administrator on the account, so really, technically, it's like mine.
Mm-hmm.
But like I oversee the whole thing. But we're on the same one actually. Now that I'm thinking of it, yeah.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm still on my
Yeah.
mom's insurance.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even fucking. Damn, I haven't been home for fucking years and years, but fucking.
Yeah, listen. Sometimes it's the best way to do it too, because you get everybody on the plan. You save a bunch of money.
And I have to be the one to do the correspondence and shit like
Yeah,
that.
that
Like
makes
my parents,
perfect sense.
Like my parents aren't fucking using their email and shit.
Nah,
You think my parents get the fuck out of here?
I don't think there's like this stigma where people are like, "You still on your mama's plan?" It's like, yeah,
Nah,
bro, we got that shit for $9.99. Why would I ever get off? I'm grandfathered.
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
unlimited. Why would I ever get off?
Nah,
I'm still on
that's-
my mom's insurance, bro. You crazy? She just texted me the other day.
Her car insurance?
Yeah, talking about the price went up. I was so mad. I was like, what that got to do
Who else
with
is
me?
on that insurance?
I think it's just me and her.
Oh, all right. Because you got to be careful who's you're on the insurance with, because
Yeah,
that'll
nah.
affect the entire policy.
Bro, ain't none of us really on it. Crazy? It's just our cars.
Yeah, that's true.
My mom got mad cars in her name. Kidding. Those are jokes. That's insurance fraud. We would never do that.
Allegedly.
I have my own insurance. I don't even have a car. I work from home. The Nokia flip phone. Remember the Nokia brick?
I do remember that shit. He's saying he was just telling his son that his mom never had him on her shit. He always had his own phone. George. Nokia flip
Damn.
phone.
That's gangster. You had your own line. I had my own line for a little bit. Oh, yes. I got my own line because I don't even know why I ended up getting my own line, but I ended up going to T-Mobile. And I didn't even get like a sidekick. I got like a Google G1.
Huh.
It was like, it was the first Android phone. The
Yeah,
G1.
I remember you always had the fire Google phones. You were the first person I knew. You had, what was the other one
The
you had?
Nexus
The
One.
Nexus. I wanted the Nexus so bad. So
That
I
was-
always,
Dude, I paid like $800 for that phone in like 2010 or something.
bro, when you showed up with that phone and you flexed with that Google shit, that Nexus One, I was like, oh shit. I was like, yo, I'm getting this shit.
Bro, that phone was so exclusive that when you bought it, they would do a free engraving on the back of it because it was all metal. And you could get something like laser etched into the back.
That shit is crazy. I wanted it so bad, but I couldn't get myself to like be in a position to pay that much for the phone.
Because you couldn't get it through Verizon or
No.
anybody like that. Because
You had to get it
buy through
independently.
Google. Yeah.
You had to buy it through Google and then bring it to your phone carrier.
Yup.
And have them like program it.
Yup.
And like get it on the network.
It was the Nexus One. It was a good phone. I ended up.
It had a ball, right? Like a track
Yeah, it was
ball.
a trackball. I ended up
That shit was
selling
fire.
it. Selling it or letting somebody borrow it. And he ended up getting it like stolen at a gas station.
Remember when I traded that dude?
Oh my God. Justin traded somebody like an old Android phone.
Way back in the day, No, I traded him an iPhone.
Oh, you traded him an iPhone?
It was like an iPhone 3 or something. I don't remember what it was. Like an iPhone.
It was one of the thick ones.
It was one of them thick joints.
That shit had that stupid. They still have proprietary charging ports. Is that the dumbest thing? Can we just get rid of that? Like,
What?
can we just? Are the new iPhones, are they Type C yet?
Yes. No. Yes, they are.
They are.
Hmm.
Thank God. Can we get? I'm so that stupid port right there. You
They
see?
might not be.
Are they
might-
that thing?
Yeah, I think so. They still are. I think.
Dude, they got to get rid of that shit. That's the dumbest shit ever.
It's, from a business standpoint, I mean, they crushed the game with that shit because people are always just buying.
Yeah, but people look at that one. That one's like $9.99. Nobody buys the Apple one anymore.
No, I mean, you're 100% right, but that shit right there don't even fucking work.
That don't work. No, it doesn't. But I tell you one thing, I'll buy 30 of them motherfuckers before I buy an Apple one.
I don't blame you,
And I'm
bro.
not the only one. And I don't even own an Apple phone.
Nah, please.
I have that here as a courtesy. How dare you expose me like that?
Just. Yeah, you know how many times I pretended to charge my phone? Come on, bro. I was out here pretending and shit. You didn't even tell
That's
me.
like a 12-foot cable. I swear that shit definitely, it has to work. It's so funny that it just doesn't work because I don't even use it. Nobody even has an iPhone in my house.
Yeah, that shit just don't work.
We're team no iPhone here. But go ahead. Tell your story about you swindling somebody for a fucking phone.
I didn't swindle him.
This guy didn't even speak English. Justin took him for a ride.
You're a piece of shit. I did not.
No, he didn't.
I did not. So, long story short, there was this dude that was having trouble with his Android phone. I think it was it a Galaxy S3?
Damn,
it was.
Maybe.
I think it was a Galaxy S3. And I think I had an iPhone 3 or something, or iPhone 2, some shit like that. And he had that Android phone, and I had wanted to get that Android phone because I wanted to move over to the Android platform because I was like, you know what, they're starting to figure a couple things out. They don't suck as bad anymore. They only suck a little. Pretty soon they'll be as good as the iPhone. So I said, I'm going to get this shit.
Never happened in some people's eyes.
Yeah, still waiting. So he was having trouble with it. He was all like, he was one of them guys that like thought if you press harder on the phone, it makes the buttons work better and shit like that on a touchscreen, so he was just beating his phone up, getting mad all the time. So I was like, why didn't you get an iPhone if you wanted that? And he's like,
Yeah.
I wanted an iPhone, but the guy convinced me to get this. I just want the iPhone and shit. I was like, I have an iPhone. I was like, and I want that phone. I was like, I was looking to get a phone like that. So he was like, oh yeah. He was like, well, you want to trade? I was like, I'll trade you. Immediately I took it wasn't my idea.
No.
He said he wanted to trade. So I agreed to the trade because I was like, oh, we're both going to win here. So we switched. Turns out the iPhone that, we disconnected them, switched, whatever, and I took his phone, put it on my carrier. He took mine, put it on his carrier. And people started saying that, like, I played him just because the iPhone was, like, a little old at that point. It was a little old. And the Galaxy S3 was, like, new.
Yeah, people should have minded it.
It was, like, brand new. But people were like, yo, why'd you get that guy like that? I said, I didn't get the guy. I said the guy wanted the phone I had.
And you gave it
and
to
I
him.
wanted the phone he had.
Yeah.
And it was his idea.
Trouble is that guy didn't know shit. He didn't know what the fuck he wanted. He didn't know what the fuck he's holding.
What makes you say that?
Because he didn't. If he would have known that, he wouldn't have made that decision.
Man, listen. You make it sound like I got this guy.
I don't think you got him. I don't think you helped him.
I did so. Listen, it was a win-win.
It was a win-win.
He wanted my phone. I wanted his phone.
Listen, let me ask
That's
you a
it.
question. When you did it, did I have any opinion on it at the time?
No.
I had zero opinion.
No.
I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, and then,
I still don't care.
couple,
But if
couple
we're looking at
haters
it
out there.
objectively, it is an interesting trade. And somebody would perk up if they heard that. It's like, so I'm going to give you, so you're going to get the S3 and I'm going to get the iPhone 2. Cool? Everybody would be like, wait, what did he say? People will start to, he said he's getting an iPhone? Who's getting which one? They would want to know immediately. If I told that trade to anybody, they would want to know, wait, who's getting what?
Well, so I don't know. If anybody has an opinion in the chat about this story, then let me know. If to me, the guy wanted the phone I had. I was in favor of the phone he had. We made the trade.
Yeah, nothing wrong
Now,
with that, man.
if somebody comes up to you and they say, hey, man, I got this $100 bill. You got a $10 bill. I don't like 3 numbers on my money.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather have a 1 and a 0 than a 1 and 2 zeros.
Yeah.
And I say, okay.
Some
and
people,
gave him my 10. He's happy. He's more aesthetically pleased with the $10 bill.
yeah, that's all that should matter, right?
And yeah. And
I concur.
I had the goddamn 100. Sorry, man. It was your idea, brother.
My eye
What's going
is
on?
tearing. It's been happening more than lately. And when you Google like what it could be, it's like all the worst shit in the world.
Don't do that. By the time you get off Google, you have AIDS and Hep C.
Bro.
Don't do it.
I have like so much shit that I'm like, damn, I'm not symptomatic with any of these other things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what it is. My eye's just been tearing. So if you see me rubbing my eye looking stupid over here, it's because I can't help it. It's just.
What you want to do? You want to switch sides or something?
No, sometimes it's both the eyes. Right now, it's this one. Maybe I got some shrapnel in it or something. I don't know.
Well, I just think you're just finding a reason to put your new tattoo up in the camera.
You think that's what it is?
Yeah, tell me you got a new tattoo without telling me you got a new tattoo.
That's so fucking funny. I think I wonder if it's my eye being dry at all. But it's not even like they're dry. It's just like maybe they are dry. That's why they're itchy. But I just feel like I'm overproducing like fucking tears in there.
All right. Well, if there's anything in there, you definitely scratch the shit out of your eye, and you'll probably be blind by the end of the week.
Yeah.
So
you know how you shouldn't rub your fucking eyes? People should treat their cars that way. Don't rub your fucking car if it's got a bunch of dirt on it. It's the dumbest shit. People just take
people drop a rag in the rocks, pick it
Yeah.
up, and just wipe their car.
It bothers the shit out of me. Nobody washes their car right. Washing your car right requires 2 buckets.
Yeah, it does. You got a
Yeah.
dirty bucket and a rinse bucket.
God. Tell them.
Come on, bro. I was a pop washer for years by trade.
Yeah.
I'm a pot washer by trade, bro.
Yeah.
I know all about a clean bucket and a
That's how
dirty bucket.
you almost lost that eye.
Yeah, fucking right.
Almost lost an eye in there. You think about the funniest the funniest stuff that people do when like you're kids and you're working in like a job that nobody really cares about. Me and my boy used to work in a baseball park, and I remember getting in trouble one day and coming home and being like upset because I got in trouble for trying to sit and like sleep in the stands, and I was like upset about it. Like they were like trying to explain to me why I couldn't do it, and I was just like, "Yo, that's crazy! I can't just take a seat for a little bit." Like I was so insulted because I was just young and stupid.
Yeah.
But it's just funny, like people when you're young and dumb, you do the dumbest shit at work, and you think that shit's acceptable.
Bro, you always do this. You're always gonna do something stupid when you're young. I remember one time my dad got me this job, and I ended up just quitting one day.
Did you stop showing up, or did you?
No, I just walked off.
Oh, mid shift.
Yeah, I just left. I just walked out.
What were you doing?
I just never came back. We'll talk about that.
Okay,
We'll talk about that offline.
that's
But,
crazy.
yeah, man. It's sometimes you just.
Was it about how like bad the job was, or were you just like I'm not?
I was just stupid. My boss asked me to do something, and I just didn't want to be told to do that.
Yeah, you just left.
I was stupid. I was like 16.
Did
I was like, stupid idiot. You know how embarrassing.
You ever get looped in any of those pyramid scheme things? I one time was like, they called me. They were like, "Hey, this is so and so from X and Y Knife Company, and we hear you're looking for a job, and we want to set up an interview with you." And I was like, "Fucking sweet. Where is it?" They give me the address. Fucking show up, suit and tie, and then they put me in a room with like 20 other motherfuckers, and I'm just like, "Huh." Are we all going for this job? Now I'm like in competitive mode. I'm like, all right, okay, I'll definitely take you out. You can't fuck with me. I'm like narrowing the people down and shit in there. And then somebody comes out and does like this presentation about like the company and how we're going to be there to sell knives. Like I had no idea. I thought I was going to be like a salesman or something like that. But these motherfuckers wanted me to go door to door. And by the time I realized it, I was already too deep in. Like I was on the second floor of this weird building, and like, you know, we were already watching like the video and shit. Like I wanted to get up so bad. And what it was it was a knife company that wanted you to go door to door selling knives. But here's the kicker. To be onboarded as an employee, you need to buy a knife set to demonstrate with.
Oh, so this is the ultimate swindle.
Oh my God, dude. They were like, you know, you'll be selling our knives, but you'll really be working for yourself. You're going to be setting your own hours and your own expectations. So you're basically going to be like an entrepreneur. And I'm like, these guys are fucking selling a dream. So then they proceed to show like how they sell knives. And one of the tricks that they used to do was they would take a penny and they would carve the penny into a corkscrew. That's how sharp these knives were. I'm not kidding.
Wait, so you had to learn like metalwork and
Learn
shit?
it.
You had to learn how to mint. How long was this workshop?
What, bro? This chick cut herself fucking 45 minutes into the presentation. Had to take her to the hospital. The whole thing was over.
Damn, they probably used that. They were like, how clean was that cut? Can we use that for the infomercial?
It was the wildest shit. And then I was like I was telling my friends about it at the time, and like everybody else had fell for it. That's why I was surprised you didn't end up at one of those pyramid schemes.
I never fell for none of that shit. I mean, they do that shit nowadays with like, women's face cream and shit like that.
Yo, what up, Silence?
There's
I had one of my boys call me one day.
What's good, man?
100% ready to like get into this pyramid scheme. Like he believed it so much. He was like, yo, Roberto, I seen the money. And it was me, one of my boys, and George, actually. Funny enough, George, if you're still in the chat, we were at, I think he had an apartment.
No, it's not that George. This is a different George.
George Johnson.
No, this is a different George. It's George David.
Oh. This whole time I thought we were talking to a different George. What's up, George? Anyways, damn. Anyways, we were at, not you, George, another George's house, and my boy was on the phone with me, and he was just telling me how, I'm on the fucking phone. He was just telling me how, like, yo, bro, I met this dude. This guy's getting money, bro. Only thing you got to do is, like, sign up, bro, and then you don't even got to work, bro. You just get people to sign up under you, and then they work, and then you get all the money. And I'm like, yo, bro, that shit's a fucking pyramid scheme. Like, no, bro, I'm not doing that shit. And he was so mad at me. He was like, bro, I don't understand why you can't just pay attention. Like, I seen this dude. He's getting money. Like, he showed me a bunch of money. I'm just like, bro, that shit is a facade, bro. That shit is fake.
It's a scam, man. It's they do that shit nowadays with a whole bunch of shit. They do it with like Tupperware. They do that shit with makeup. They do it with like skincare products. All kinds of shit like that. I know plenty of people that have been caught up in that. He's cracking up that she cut herself.
Oh, she 100% cut herself, bro. She cut herself so clean. She didn't even know it. And so she
didn't even bleed.
Dude, she didn't even move, bro. It was just a bunch of blood started trickling down her arm. They had like presented the corkscrew by the time they realized that she had cut herself. That motherfucking shit was so sharp. I wish I remember the name of the company because it was like so ridiculous that they would call you in for an interview. Excuse me. An interview. And they would tell you have to buy a knife set to start working.
It's similar to like timeshares.
Timeshares is another one.
A lot of people get caught with timeshare schemes.
My boy just got a timeshare. I didn't have the heart to tell him. I was like,
nah, timeshares are a big ass scam. You can never get rid of them.
You can sell them, right?
Nobody buys them. You're stuck with that shit forever.
One of my boys was just telling me that he got this timeshare. He's like, yo, and my timeshare is worth so much money right now, bro. He's like, I could get my timeshare off for like X amount of money. And I'm like, damn. I was like, I didn't even know people was getting timeshares off.
Nah, they're absolutely not.
Like, I didn't think you were selling them because
no, nobody will buy that.
Why buy like it? No offense to like his timeshare because he might listen to this, but why wouldn't I just buy like a new timeshare? Why would I buy one that's like inflated? That's gone up.
I think they even falsely use the term buy. You don't own it.
You partially own it, right? It's like me and a bunch of dudes, and combined we own it.
It's people that you don't know.
Yeah.
Everybody just essentially you don't own the property. You don't own the property. That's the scheme about it. You don't own the property.
You just get to stay there once a week.
What you own is a week that you can stay there.
You ever met anybody with you ever used a timeshare with somebody?
I know people that use timeshares. Like I know this guy that actually did use it a lot, and he used it. It seemed like he used it pretty effectively.
Yeah, the dude I'm talking about, he was using it like every year too. And he was telling me, he was like, "Yo, bro, he's like, where do you want to go?" He's like, just tell me where you want to go. He goes, and we'll get the best place there. He goes, my timeshare. He was getting like villas in Las Vegas and shit.
He had a Marriott timeshare.
I don't know. It wasn't like a house. He could go like to like anywhere.
Yeah.
And he would get like suites and shit.
That timeshare is different. That's not like a timeshare in a specific, unit or a specific place. That's a timeshare that they sell with a company. So what you do is now you have access to different Marriott properties or different whatever the hotel chain is. You have access to some of those properties contingent on a lot of things.
Availability being the biggest
availability, nobody's there. You know, you got to make sure like I think the Marriott one works on like a point system.
I don't know how the fuck it
works on like a point system. So every time you
But
like
I know
pay,
he doesn't he paid it off. Like he don't owe no money on it no more.
I don't know about that. I just know that it's not a good idea.
I don't
that's about all I know.
I've never done it. I've seen the South Park episode, which is enough for me.
Oh shit. Time out. Read what my man Silence just said. He said, I'm tripping balls right now. That's for starters. What'd you take, bro? You take some shrooms or something?
You want the fucking shroom trip? Should we say, damn, I wish I had some fucking lights we could fucking flick on in here for you.
Yeah, bro. Oh, man.
Yes,
Silent Sounds. Nice. Yo, me and Berto were just talking, man. Silent Sounds was supposed to come on the podcast. He was just in town. He did me a solid. He took care of my dog while I was away. There's very few people that I would trust to be in my home. You know, he took care of my shit, held me down, and then he went back home before we were able to arrange a day for him to come on. So, I'm glad that he's on right now. What we should do, you want to call Silence? Why don't you call in?
You have an auxiliary cable?
Aux to my phone?
Yeah.
I wish that worked.
Even if that worked, it wouldn't work.
Oh, you need an aux.
You need an aux. You could hook it up Bluetooth.
Nah, he could call up. Oh, Shroomingtons.
Nice.
my guy.
You could I could hook up the Bluetooth if you want. Just let me know. I'm gonna get to the next topic. If you want me to do it, you give me like a weird look and then I'll set it up.
Yo, Silence, you down to call in? We'll put you on the show live, man.
I want to talk about fucking Jack Dorsey stepping down from fucking
stepping down from Twitter?
Isn't that crazy?
I mean, it is crazy, but I mean it's nobody wants that job anymore.
Tripping too hard.
Yo, so Jack Dorsey steps down. And I think that now's the time. They're seeing the writing on the wall.
Well, they're starting to.
He knows something we don't. They're shit's about to go down in the social media space.
It's funny because like, I was naive for a long time where I thought like there wasn't as much like monitoring going on all these social medias, and essentially it's not monitoring. It's there's a term for it. It's
censoring.
Censoring, right? And I wonder if it has anything to do with the fact that like the public is finally like, we're onto it. Like we know, like you're censoring everything.
No, because unfortunately the public is so goddamn stupid, the majority of the public, that they don't even know that censorship is occurring.
Do you think that people don't care that they censor certain stuff on Twitter as long as they get to tweet their cute stuff and like fucking...
People only care about censorship, or they act like they don't care about censorship because it just so happens that the censorship pistol is not pointed in their direction. So as soon as the problem with censorship is there ends up not being an end, right? You can always find some reason to censor everything once you censor one thing. So what happens is, because of that, there's no end. I was going somewhere, but I lost it.
I got you.
You got me go.
I got you. But the thing is that these programs are supposed to be these applications, programs, domains, whatever you want to call them. They're supposed to be like this free place where everybody has the ability to say whatever they want.
Got it. What I was gonna say.
And the truth is like it hasn't been that way for a little bit, and now you can't say whatever you want. And while like you can agree that certain things, like if you're a Cowboys fan, then you probably would agree that nothing negative should be said about Dak Prescott, right? I'm going to use like a mild fucking, because I could get crazy, but I don't want to get this video buried in YouTube land.
Yeah, they'll end up but real quick, so the censorship, once you start censoring something, it never stops and it comes around until it starts to censor you. Like that's kind of like the way it ends up happening. You never. There's no end to it. It just continues to censor everything, and it just starts to eat itself, the whole system, until there's no content left. It's like
a circle.
Yeah, it's like a circle.
Yeah.
But you were gonna say something.
I don't know what I was gonna say. I'll tell you one thing now. I've been watching 60 Days In on Netflix. I swear to God, I'm ready to go to jail right now, bro.
Yeah.
I'm ready to hit the county. I tell you, undoubtedly, I was telling my chick, bro, I was in the crib watching 60 Days In, shadow boxing in the house, bro. I swear to God, bro. I was ready to hit the county. But I tell you, I was in the crib shadow boxing in the living room. I fuck with that show so much. I've been watching it from before, but now it's on Netflix now.
Yeah.
New show, not a new show, but they have this show that I guess they just licensed the season 4 on Netflix. It's called 60 Days In. If you guys got some free time, go check it out. It's about people who try to spend 60 days in jail. So, and they're there to get information for their, for the warden or whatever. But they're just like, anybody. It could be some people. Some of them are regular Joe Schmo. Some of them are Marines. One dude was on there, and they were like, all right, day 60. What do you think? And he's like, I could do another 60. And they were like, all right. And dude was in there for like 100 and something days. He just kept staying in there.
Was he getting paid?
Of course they're getting paid, but the thing is like they're like he's trying to be in there to buy drugs and try to like figure out how they're getting drugs into the prison, so on and so forth. They're like all playing detective, bro. One chick was in there and she just fell in love with another chick, bro. Started wilding out, doing fucking pills and shit in there. I'm not kidding, bro. She ended up confessing to this chick that she was on the program that had to shut the show down.
Oh, no fucking way.
They told her they were in the confessional and they were like, how do you feel like having to keep this secret from your girl and shit? And she was like, who said I'm keeping the secret? And they were like, wait a second. Bro, it fucks up the safety of like all the participants.
Oh my God.
They had to shut the show down. This isn't the season that's on Netflix, so I'm not ruining anything for anybody. Go watch the season. It's only season 6. It's on Netflix. Check it out. It's super cool.
The one I remember is the one with Abe on it.
That's one different. He went in there and
Puerto
started
Rican
running
dude.
the pod.
Puerto Rican dude from the hood, yo. He did time and shit, and now he was like a street counselor. Like he was like talking to the youth and stuff like that. He was like a counselor for at-risk youth and shit like that. He goes back in there, yo. My man reverts back to the goddamn streets and reverts back to doing time.
Bro, it was like day 11 and he's organizing like jump-ins and shit like that. He's like, yo, light him up, bodies only. Like he's enforcing like gang policies in the prison. Like he was...
It was so wild. Yo, I remember when he bitch smacked that little skinny dude with the fro.
He was smacking people.
He was smacking people. Yo, they told him, they were like, yo, you like the kid, like the program's over. Like we got to take you out. We got to like pull you out. Yo, he's like crying in the interview, like, yo, man, I went back to the block. Like it was like, it's like crazy shit. Yeah, he's like, yo, word to me, I was back in the yard. Yeah, I was like, oh my God.
That shit is so fucking funny because it's so...
Yeah, he was smacking people, yoking people up, yo. He like took over the barber machine and shit. Remember when that dude was like, yo, I'm next. He was like, you ain't next, B, I'm next. He like took the clippers and was like cutting his own shit.
He was telling people, he was like, there was like this divide between like the Latinos and the black dudes, and he was like, yo, you even with them or you with us? He was like, it was like this race war going on.
Yo, see, George knows what we talking about. Yeah, it was that dude.
Babe,
yeah. Dude was not playing, bro.
Not plucking around. That shit was so funny.
He was not playing. That shit cracked me up.
There's another dude in there that was kind of the same. That was on the same time he was getting in there. Because that's the thing.
There was a cop that went in there and kind of did his thing.
Dude, there was a cop in there that gets like found. Like they call her out. They're like, "Oh, you the boys.
Oh
yeah, the police. You're the police."
Damn, son.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy. It's just funny because it seems like anybody who grew up in like an urban environment, like they get in there and they just is like, all right. Yeah. I'm just in front of the bodega right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's definitely some kind of control aspect to it. It's got to be. At this point, it's like, it's very produced, the show. You know, it's like, it's not, I'm sure by this point, the cat's out of the bag. Like,
well, I don't know.
People are getting beat up right now that have nothing to do with the show. That's
some
random jail. They're like, yo, you won that show 60 days in.
Nah. It's not, these aren't new seasons. They're like licensing old seasons.
Oh, yeah.
So on Netflix, it's like season 6.
Yeah, but still, I mean, six seasons in, the inmates know about this kind of shit. I mean, I don't know.
Dude, I don't
Maybe
know.
Not.
Who knows? Like,
Maybe
who
not.
thinks, you know? I never been pulled over and the dude had the camera on his back from cops. Like, I never got live PD'd.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know?
Bad boys, what you want? Remember, they used to be running and the camera used to be shaking like this.
Can you imagine that dude with the harness on just running through? And they're always down south. You know, it's hot as fuck down south.
Sometimes the cameraman was like faster than the cops. I'm like, yo, you better slow down. You better
Bro,
slow down.
I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. I'll be watching that shit too. I'll be watching the I don't watch like the live PD show, but I like watching like the compilations, like the funniest moments.
Yeah, I mean,
People be saying the wildest shit. Motherfuckers be coming up with the worst lies.
yo, I love that one, that drunk dude that you said a guy drank a 12-pack.
Oh, when he just wasn't drunk enough. Like there was this. All right, so I'm watching live PD, and like I said, I'm watching a compilation. There was this dude on there, gets pulled over, and I guess the officer like smelled some alcohol in his breath or whatever the case may be. So he asks him, "Hey, have you been drinking?" He's like, "Yeah, I've been drinking. Had a few beers." And they're like, "Well, how many beers?" He's like, like 12. And he was like, "Oh shit." He was like, "All right, get out of the car." He does a sobriety test, and this fucking guy passes. And he looks at him, and he's like, "How many beers you had?" And he's like, 12. He's like, "You're walking straight to me, son."
I know the part you're talking about.
He didn't believe him. He like didn't believe that this dude was fucking, had been drinking. But
I love that.
I don't know. Maybe that guy was like maybe that guy was a pro. But
You stand up straighter than me, son.
I like this episode where this dude had like an eighth or something in his pocket. He was running from the cops. Like there's somewhere, like I said, there's somewhere down south. And you know how I think it's like New Orleans or something like that. A lot of the houses, they're like up on bricks because of all the flooding.
Yeah.
So he like runs underneath one of the houses thinking he's gonna get away. I don't know how, but when I, like on cops, they always got a dog within like 500 feet of like their area.
Oh,
so
hell
they
yeah,
get the
bro.
dog over there. The dog finds this motherfucker, and they're like, they pull him out of there, and they're like, "Listen, we're gonna go down there. So like, did you drop something down there?" And he's like, "Nah, I didn't drop nothing down there." And they look at him and they're like, "Listen, we don't even care, man. We just don't want a kid to find it." And he's like, "I ain't dropped nothing down there, but I did see a bag of weed down there when I was down." He said, "I didn't drop nothing down there, but there." And then the cop goes, "Yeah, about how big?" He was like a big bag, like a pound. He was like, "Nah, not a pound, like an eighth." And he was like, "Oh yeah, like an eighth." He was like, "Yeah, about probably like an eighth." Look like an eighth that somebody had smoked one L out of. He was like oddly specific.
I think actually I jumped down from so high when I jumped down into that hole of high from y'all that something might have popped up landed in my sock. I don't know how that happened.
Bro, they be telling the wildest lies on cops. It's unbelievable.
Yo, that is some funny ass shit, bro. I love it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you, man. I'm
love that
a
shit.
sucker for fucking
For cops.
for like live PD, like those shows. They're fucking hilarious. It's just
I love that shit.
it's not like funny to watch these guys all like,
Yeah, it's not funny
in
to
bad
watch people's
situations.
lives fall apart
Yeah,
and shit.
but it is like there is like a comedic outlook on it.
Yeah, it does get kind of funny. Damn. Remember I showed you that bum hunter shit?
Oh my god, Bum Hunters is the funniest shit.
Yo, that shit is terrible.
Justin sent me a clip of like Bum Hunters from like 2005.
Yo, if anybody in the chat remembers Bum Hunters from back in the day, like I think I downloaded it on Kaza, or like LimeWire. It was like way back in the day. No, I'm lying. It was like Napster. I think I downloaded it on like Napster. I'm pretty goddamn sure. And that shit was wild, yo.
Tell the quick story about
Bum Hunters?
tell the one you sent to me the other day. We're at an hour and 10 minutes, so we're gonna
right.
we're gonna close it up after this story.
All right, yeah, so I'll wrap it up with this. Yeah. Oh, Bum Fights too, bro. It was on Bum Fights,
remember
George.
Bling Bling?
Yo, Bling Bling. See, I told you that. Remember I told you that shit?
Yeah.
Bling Bling pull his crack pipe out his collar. And he just pulled that shit out. And he was like, yeah, and he would just be smoking his rock. And he would just be like, all tripping and shit, making these noises like, like all paranoid and shit. Damn, George pulled it back. Bling Bling. Nobody ever knows what I'm talking about when I bring that shit up. But they had this part of it that was called Bum Hunter, and it was this guy. He'd be dressed like Steve Irwin. Remember the Crocodile Hunter?
He wasn't just dressed like him.
He looked like him.
He had the haircut.
Yeah.
He had the outfit.
Yes.
Like, he was like and he had the accent.
Yes, and he would do that accent. Bro, he would run up on homeless people on the street.
Like they're sleeping.
Sleeping or walking or whatever, and he would just go up in the camera and he'd be like, wow, look at this beauty. He'd be like, look at him over there in his habitat. So we're gonna go take a look at him, see how he's doing. And then he'll just run over and just like get on these people, and they're panicking, thinking they're getting attacked, and they're flopping around and shit. And he's just holding him. He's like, wow, he's a strong one. He's a strong one. And he's like pinning these people down, and the guy's grabbing him, and he's like, man, he's got a grip. He's got a grip. Hey, look at his beauty. And he's just holding him. It's the craziest thing. And he's like, not gonna hurt you.
You're
not gonna
right.
hurt you.
You're all right. You're all right.
Just what Steve Irwin used to say to the crocodiles and shit. And then he would just like get off him and be like,
how is this dude tackling homeless people?
Yo, oh my God.
Holding them down.
Bro, I don't know how nobody stabbed his ass or nothing like that.
That
you
dude
know?
definitely got poked with a needle by mistake.
That shit. Yo,
he was on
crazy.
Dr. Phil, bro. He showed up to Dr. Phil dressed like Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
He even shaved his head out. He shaved the crown of his head to be bald like Dr. Phil. He showed up in like an oversized suit.
Shut up.
Dr. Phil didn't even let him on. He came out on the episode and Dr. Phil was like, nope, we're not going to do this. Get out of here. And he like told him to leave.
Oh, because he was trying to get famous off his show. He was already famous.
No, he knew that he was going to badger. He was going to
troll him.
How hypocritical is it for Dr. Phil to tell this guy that he shouldn't be profiting off the misery of others?
Yeah, nah, that's true.
How fucking come on, Dr. Phil.
Yeah, come on, Dr. Phil.
You're kind of a bump hunter yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're a bad baby hunter.
Yeah, come on, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like all those guys fall in the same boat. Like, you know, that's why it's funny because George was saying cancel culture is crazy. That shit didn't exist back in the day because shows like, you know, Jerry Springer or Maury or
Ricky Lake and shit like that.
Lauda, like they couldn't even exist. Like those shows couldn't exist.
No,
because the shit that was going on those shows, like whether it was fabricated or real or whatever it was, where there were reenactments, like it was crazy.
Yeah. No, that's I don't know, man. None of those shows ever would have existed today.
No, even the movies. You look at movies that aren't even that old. You look at movies like Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, well, Tropic Thunder, I don't know. That one walked a funny line. Like it walked a funny line where it was embraced by almost everybody. You know, that was just they hit a chord on that just
I think it was like right on the edge of it was like right before people started canceling people. The dude wore blackface the whole movie.
I mean, shit, they haven't canceled him now for doing it. They could still come on, bro. You know, there's no statute of limitations on blackface. They'll take some shit back from somebody who's in 6th grade. Pull him over here. The guy's 85 years old. He's a war veteran and shit like that. And, they'll strip his Purple Heart and shit. You know.
Damn. Why does that's interesting that you say that. Why did they get the pass?
I don't know. It's just sometimes it's just embraced. I think, and plus I think it's like Robert Downey Jr. is kind of from the streets and shit.
Yeah.
You know, he had like a little drug habit and shit. He was like, you know, people were like, yeah, nah, kind of fuck with his struggle. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna let him do his thing. Yeah, exactly. That's the workaround. He played a dude who did blackface. That's like
he wasn't doing yes.
George is right.
That is the workaround. Yeah. He was playing a dude. He was playing an actor, and
who was doing
that actor did blackface.
Exactly.
And the whole idea of how it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
That was like the idea. Like you're watching the movie, and everybody was under the assumption like, this is ridiculous. Yeah. He did a pigment transfer. Like in the movie.
Yeah, he did.
He awakes from surgery and they said after a successful pigment transfer, he like wakes up to take the Band-Aids off of him and he's like, yeah.
Yo, see that shit is so he's right.
But no, he's right. He's right. Yeah.
He's right.
I guess that's how damn, who is that? Ben Stiller? Is that the evil genius behind that?
I'm sure Ben Stiller was deeply involved in that film because he played a couple characters in that.
He's another one that's kind of like people gonna hate me for this, but he's up there with Adam Sandler in terms of like good movies that he's done.
Yeah, I mean, I can't disagree with that. He only went astray. He only did some real dog shit later on in his career, you know, which I don't even know if he has really bad dog shit movies. I mean, he did. They were all fairly okay. I mean, Along Came Polly was
good
great.
Movie, bro.
Bro, Duplex is one of the funniest movies ever. You probably never even seen that. People never even heard about Duplex when I bring that up.
The movie about when he marries that chick.
Along Came Polly.
Is that the one where he marries the chick?
And he catches her with the scuba instructor.
Yeah. She takes her on a honeymoon and she's like, "Come on, harder." He's like, he's trying harder. And she's like, "Come on, fuck me like a black guy." He's like, What's that mean?
He was like, "Wait, what?"
Dude, listen to this dude's lineup, bro. Listen to Ben Stiller's lineup. Zoolander, Night at the Museum.
That movie sucked.
Which one? Night at the Museum?
Hell yeah.
It did very fucking well.
I guess.
It made a lot of fucking money.
I guess it was
That's
trash,
why I
though.
mentioned it. There was another movie that MIDI that's in here. I didn't even mention it because it's like I don't even think of Meet the Parents, Meet the Fockers, whatever. Tropic Thunder. There's Something About Mary.
Yeah.
Very fucking big. The Heartbreak Kid.
Which one was that? Let me see the artwork.
It's probably gonna be hard to tell.
Oh yeah, no, that one was good too. Nah, he does have a lot of good movies.
Yeah, dude.
For sure he does.
Along Came Polly, Dodgeball. A bunch of Starsky and Hutch.
Yeah, he got some shit. I think he also, what was it in I think it was he was great in Happy Gilmore too.
Happy Gilmore. Envy. You ever seen that movie? It was the worst fucking movie ever, but I love shitty movies.
If you said it was the worst movie ever, it has to be literally the worst movie ever.
There was a movie with him and Jack Black, and they were neighbors, best friends. And Jack Black invented something called something that made your dog would take a dump, you would spray it on the dog shit, and it would disappear.
Oh yeah, I saw it. I know the one you're talking about.
And he became like a zillionaire.
Yeah.
And instead he was like, I'm not going to leave. And he just built this mega mansion next to him. And, Ben Stiller's trying to act like he's not envious of him the whole movie. It's a funny fucking movie. I like shitty movies. And I'm sure that movie didn't do good. If I click on it, I wonder what it got 8% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, Rotten Tomatoes is bullshit anyway.
It got a 4.8 on IMDb.
Rotten Tomatoes gave Dave Chappelle's stand-up special freaking 4%, and then it was fans think it was 99%. So you can't really go by Rotten Tomatoes. That shit, they've since been compromised.
Either way, we're over the hour. Oh, we didn't talk about Virgil.
Oh my God, R.I.P. Virgil Ablo. Jesus, that's a big loss for just American culture in general, man, and just hard work that man put in. So, he will be missed. I had no idea.
That's the biggest thing because I looked at when I heard it happen. I was like, how did this happen? Was it a car accident or something like that? What happened? And then it turns out he had cancer, right?
Yeah, he had some kind of a cardiac cancer. I think it was some kind of myocardial sarcoma. It was something like that. It was some kind of heart muscle, some kind of heart cells that are in the heart. They became cancerous or what have you. Some of them did, and then it's just from there. It's just a really rare cancer, they said.
Damn.
So I don't know, man.
Fucking terrible.
Cancer is so weird, man. It's so scary. Sometimes you just have something that just gets. It's just, a lot of people just have things dormant that's just sitting there, and then something one day just turns that shit on.
Did that shit exist 2,000 years ago?
I mean, I don't know. We do a lot of weird shit to our bodies. We eat a lot of weird things, in the sake of saving money, in the sake of, it's just weird, man. Everything from deli meats to polluted air to toxic soaps that we use to dishwasher detergent, fabric softener, all this kind of shit over all these years of all this different kind of stuff that we put in our bodies and, things that smell good and shit. A lot of that shit is killing us. I don't think anybody is ever going to put their finger on exactly what it is because there's so many possibilities. I mean, who knows what the hell this tattoo ink is doing to our bodies? I mean, there's all kinds of shit that, who the fuck knows what the fuck is going on with this?
I mean, but my thing is, people been fucking putting ink in their skin before they were eating bologna sandwiches. That's for fucking sure. But
that's 100% true. But
but I'm just curious to and obviously the technology didn't exist 1,000 years ago. If you died, you just died. That's it. People were just like, oh, we died. Nobody ever. I don't even. Can you imagine? Were they even asking how'd he die?
They just didn't know.
It was just oh, so and so died.
Yeah, it's just he died. It was what was it? I don't know. Stress.
How many fake claims of tuberculosis you think people got? It was how'd he die? TB.
Yeah. Who knows, man? People just used to guess. Scurvy. But anyway, we're gonna wrap right there.
That's it. Masters and None, episode 58. If you're still sticking around with us, thank you so much for sticking around to the end. Please give us a like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you guys want to check out any past episodes, you could check them out here. You can listen to them on Spotify. You can listen to them on Apple Music. You can listen to them on Google Podcasts, wherever you find your podcast stuff at. Thank you so much. That's it.
Yeah, that's it, guys. We appreciate all you guys, and catch us next episode. Appreciate y'all. We out.
Oye, te hablo desde la prisión.